everyone. So I just got back from seeing Wonder Woman. I'm in the car waiting to pick my mom up, and I have to make a video right now. So I'm gonna talk about it. Warning, there's gonna be spoilers. There's shit I need to talk about that happens at the end. So if you don't know what happens, just click away now, go see it, and then you can watch this. But first of all, that was a good-ass movie. Like, I really enjoyed it. Okay, so I'm gonna start at the beginning. So, the Amazon Island. I can't remember what it's called. I'm gonna put it right there. That is what it is. Can we just have an entire movie set on that island? That was where I want to be. That was excellent. And just the Amazons. Like, the whole first chunk of the movie is this little girl watching people fight and be badass, and she's like, I want to do that too. And when her mom is like, no, you can't. And then of course she goes out and learns in secret. Like, her mom sees reason when her aunt, I think, like the general of the Amazon army, is like, she needs to learn how to protect herself. This is the only way. You can't keep her cooped up. Hiding her won't keep her safe. And her mom is like, you know what, you're right. So you're gonna train her to be the most badass Amazon to ever exist. And I love that. It's just so, like, it's the women supporting women thing that we need more of. They had Amazons of color. They had Amazons of all ages. I feel like most of the Amazons that we saw that had roles were older women. Like, they had wrinkles. They were not like 26 pretending to be 40. It was beautiful. And and they're just so badass, and they get to really fight, and it's not sexy fighting. It's real, like, punch to the gut, like breaking spears across each other's backs, like real fighting. And it's just, it's beautiful. And just seeing these badass women kicking the shit out of each other was just so great. Like, it was wonderful. There was no cleavage in the entire movie. Like, none. So then we get to the rest of the film, and here's where I start to have issues. Aside from the fact that I give it 2 out of 10 on Greek mythology. Like, admittedly, I am a gigantic mythology nerd. But just the whole, like, here's the history of man, Ares did this and that, just hurt to listen to, because I'm just sitting there like, no! Like, I can't help but notice similarities in the storyline between this one and Captain America. The characters of Diana and Steve Rogers could not be more different. But storyline-wise, it was just a little bit too similar for my taste, because it's like, okay, it's World War I, not World War II, but there's the plucky group of diverse misfits who make up the away team. There's the sort of supernatural bad guy with a fucked up face. The blonde guy named Steve, played by one of the Chris's, blowing himself up in a plane to stop a new God-inspired weapon of mass destruction reaching a major city. I mean, like, that is there. That is there. I think writers maybe could have used some work. I really liked the directing and the pacing because, well, yes, there was a love subplot. There was a romantic kiss. He did tell her that he loved her when he left, which made me cry. It was not the focus of the story. It was not, and it didn't influence the decisions of Steve. But when Steve was saying, you need to help me blow up, like, you need to help me get rid of this gas, you need to help me destroy this, and she was off in, like, but Ares should be dead land, at no point was it like, I love you, so you need to do what I'm asking. Or, you love me, so you should do what I'm asking. It was all, you should, like, I need your help because this is the right thing, and you can do it. And the fact that, like, he fell in love with her had nothing to do with it. And I just, it was so refreshing. Having a main named character visibly show PTSD, I'm very progressive. I approve of that choice. The women are, well, I mean, obviously, like, I've already talked about the Amazons. I love the Amazons. They give me life. But then, okay, so let's focus on the other two. So there's Edith. I love her. She is very much the sort of, like, plucky girl sidekick comic relief that's in every movie nowadays, but I felt like she did it well, and I felt like they gave her the respect she needed. Dr. Poison. She is one of my new favorite villains. For one thing, she's fucking scary. That faceplate, I mean, like, it's got the whole marionette thing, which freaks me the fuck out, but, like, that shit was scary. And it's great that they let a woman do that, because she's still, admittedly, like, the part of her face that you do see is pretty. She's not young. She's definitely, like, middle-aged, and you can see it, and they don't try to hide it or disguise it, which I love, because if she's a scientist that's that smart, she would have had years of schooling and couldn't be 23. But, like, so rarely do they let women have, like, the ugly, scary, chilling, like, face armor thing. They don't make it into a sob story. It's not like, oh, this happened to her, which is why she turned evil, and oh, it's blah, blah, blah. It's just, she's fucking scary. And that's it. And she's a genius. And she just wants to cause mayhem. And I love it. I want her to be the villain in everything. Bring her back. Bring her into everything. Give me Dr. Poison in every situation. Another thing, at no point do they call her Wonder Woman, which I really appreciate, because, like, Captain America, it's like, okay, he gets the name because he's, like, their little movie hero or whatever, but at no point do they call her Wonder Woman, and I like that. I feel like it wouldn't fit with the movie if they were calling her that. She's just Diana. She's just this crazy, unbelievably tough woman who came out of nowhere. This was a good movie. Is it enough to save DC and their string of really crappy movies? No. Is it awesome? Yes. Does it kind of feel like a Marvel knockoff? A little bit. If they were doing the same thing, but then doing it better, I'd be like, okay, like, you're taking what you see and you're improving it. DC hasn't really been doing that. It's been taking what Marvel does and then trying to do its own thing, but its own thing has not really been the best choices. Looking at you, Superman. The Justice League is coming out, and hopefully they're gonna, like, see what went so well for this movie and start putting that in more of their other films. So I would give Wonder Woman a solid 8 out of 10. It's not the perfect movie. It could use a little bit of work, but as a film, I loved it. As a feminist, I loved it. As a superhero fan, I loved it. As just a person, I thought it was a great movie. I laughed, I cried, I was shook. I say it again, I was shook to my core. Like, ugh. But anyway, so this has been a car ramble about Wonder Woman. Thanks for watching. Nice to see you guys. Like, thank you for tuning in, and stay golden.